So funny thing, not me. Yeah, I kind of didn't remember either. I had to look to even see what team we were. We're HANSA ROSTOCK. Yo, Moo, what's up? Journeyman, how you doing? Hey, beautiful way to send Goodison Park into the history of the Everton men's team with how we played today. Thank you very much, Kobe, for the 1 month reset. 14 months, holy hell. 16 for not me. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. Have you been holding on to that this whole time? It has been, it's been about 2 months, guys. And it's been a time. It really have. Bruins back in 17 months. Holy Moses. Welcome back, everyone. I appreciate each and every one of you be here. Good to see you, Colby, Herdiman, not me. Bruins. How the Bruins doing in the playoffs this year? I've actually stopped paying attention to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Once the Blues got eliminated in devastating fashion, I mean, less than a second left, they give up the equalizer and lose in double overtime in Game 7 in Winnipeg. That was absolutely brutal. So, I'm okay. So a couple of things happened while I was gone, or which led to me being gone. Neither of them good, and working on getting through them both. So, where do I start? Well, I'll probably start with the more dramatic one. Well, depending on how you look at it, what's more dramatic. We lost my mother on April the 5th. She passed away around 1:30 in the morning. It was Saturday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning. And it was a long, long time coming. I've talked a lot about it over the last, basically the entire time. Essentially, my mom's dementia got the best of her, and we lost her to Alzheimer's about 6 weeks ago now. And that part is, while devastating and incredibly difficult, that part is actually, in a way, it's getting better. And I say it's getting better because you come to the realization that, where did I put my phone? I'm all discombobulated. Look, it's been a rough situation. It had been getting rougher. It was basically at the point, hey, Saz, how you doing? Thank you so very much for that. Essentially, for the last year and a half, 2 years, the body shaped like my mother was not really my mother anymore. And all that she had been was just completely erased. So now that she is no longer suffering from that, and we are no longer suffering from that, things have begun to get better. Now that has led through, I don't even remember this guy. Oh. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. Oh my God, we had a hype train going. I didn't even notice that. I don't know all these things. Thanks, Dave, for the 15 months. Thank you. I appreciate that. Zikra livracha, in all true terms. Now, that has led to, unfortunately, some unrest in the family. We had... Who is this guy? Maxime Brody. Oh, he's already on our team. They just want to renegotiate his contract. Do we have any money to do so? I'll get back to my story. I just want to make sure. We don't. We're currently overspending our wage budget, which is fine because we'll just do that. And now we've got plenty of cash. So my mother, I'm not getting into the full deep stuff of this, but I've come to. So first off, there was the thing with my stepfather. I thought, it was a beautiful game today. Njaya was just fantastic. Beto was just unlucky. Yeah, I mean, he was offside both times. There were very good calls both times. And even that third attempt, they put it just over the bar, was great. I think he deserved a little better out of the game. I think we've seen the last of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, to be honest with you. He really should have one-timed that attempt from Beto with his left foot, but he didn't. But it was very much. I mean, I didn't cry because I'm not. I haven't had a connection to Goodison Park for my whole life. It's just been the last couple of years. While I think it's really super cool that they were continuing to play in the first purpose-built football stadium. Hey, Neymar, how you doing? Since 1892, I thought that's super cool. One of my all-time favorite experiences in baseball was going to Fenway Park, which has only been around since 1912. Being on the field at Wrigley, fantastic. So I get all about Goodison and watching the guys come out of that tunnel for the last time. It does hit you with all the feels. But to be able to just absolutely steamroll Southampton. And I came to realize that watching Southampton today was like watching Everton prior to David Moyes coming back. You're a Galatasaray fan. Congratulations. You are the champions. I raise my coffee cup to you. Actually, surprisingly not bad for leftover coffee. Do we have to start negotiations? Here, why don't you sack your agent? Awesome. Come back with a new agent. We'll talk later. You're a stressed Villa fan right now. Ugh, I mean, it is what it is, man. You still had yourselves a good season. No matter what ends up happening. Oh, that's our striker. I don't remember who any of these guys are. Maxime Brody, 6 starts, for some appearances, 3 goals, 4 assists. One thing we are doing. So we are in the Zweite Bundesliga. We are running it's the 3-striker tactic. I not me. We're investigating, and I have done something different. So FM Tweak has become the FM Match Lab, and I have downloaded their most recent update, the 1.4. I did play one match in another save just a couple hours ago, and I saw some interesting stuff I had never seen before. Good stuff, like guys getting in the way of a cross, knocking it behind for a corner. Oh, a hype chest. What is this? Nice. All-time record shattered. Thank you, guys. I mean, I know it's because a lot of you guys had like recurring subs that all kind of hit at once because, you know, I haven't been here for almost 2 months. It's been 8 weeks. It really has. And I can't believe that much time has passed. So what is now happening, though, is my mother, with regards to her estate, decided to leave most of, pretty much almost all of her personal possessions to my brother, my baby brother. Had certain items for her niece, her first niece, my oldest, my other brother's oldest, but realizing that she put this list of her stuff together in like 2010. So my brother is pissed. Do I think he's going to stay there? I honestly don't know. He might. I mean, he waited so long to get there, and I don't know after everything that happened with his leaving to go to Turkey that teams may be reticent to take that on. But yeah, you're right. I doubt he stays. I mean, I'd love if he went to the team that I know and love that really needs a striker. I mean, Beto's done a great job under Moyes, but I don't think he's the sub. HGD, the official HD3G. Thank you so very much for the Prime. Thanks for the 2 months. So there's that. Now that's not all settled. Like, we've just seen the paperwork. Now there are other aspects that she was much more, I don't want to say fair, but was divided equally. But a lot of the things that she had that belonged to my father, for example, oh, that's not us. That's Memmingen, are all going to my little brother, who was 9 when we lost my dad, who doesn't really remember my dad. So I'm upset. I get it to a certain degree, because I have had issues with things in the past. But while I am pissed, my other brother is livid. Mainly because, so she had a list of things. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty. Like I said, she gave stuff to the girls. And she had a list of stuff specifically for my brother. And then she had another list of stuff, again, so specifically for my brother, but it did have the caveat like, hey, for these things, the boys can discuss amongst themselves, and Andy, my younger brother, can decide to pass those along to us without, not disrespecting her wishes. So one of the items on that list, well, that's the thing. So not me, that's what I'm getting to. And this is why I'm so pissed. So one of the things on that list, there was a painting done of my mother when she was 9 years old. It's a portrait. And, it looks just like my kid. Like, I look like her and her side of the family more than any of the other two. Looks just like my kid when they were that age. And and that's on the list of things that we could negotiate. So I sent him a text. Well, actually, I sent both of them a text. I'm like, hey, I know Mom gave you this stuff, but I would really like to have this. Now, he could have come to me and said, I don't even remember how to do any of this stuff. We got Fortuna Dusseldorf coming up, by the way. Oh, yeah. Well, no, you were moving into the new house when the last time I was here. Last 55. We were at 950. So, like, we hemorrhaged a little bit while I was gone. Like, you're my backup, dude. Like, that's your job. Oh, no, you're not. Oh, I forgot we were going to have this issue, weren't we? I mean, Ponath just has been doing a masterful job. Is there a way I can All right, you're expecting to be a backup, so let's make you a backup. I think that just solved our problem. Oh, yep, no longer need to talk to him. The response I got from my brother was, well, you know, I can actually read it to you. If I can find it again. I've moved beyond it in many ways. Wait, where is it? All right, so there's something about a note from the lawyer. He said, I did read the lawyer's note, and I'm not entirely comfortable having this conversation until everything is settled. I understand the painting is meaningful to you. I know how much Mom meant to all of us. That said, the painting was specifically left to me in her will. I'd like to honor her wishes. I'm open to talking about ways we can both preserve her belongings, but I also want to make sure we're respecting what she put in place. Yeah. You could not have gotten... Exactly. I'm like, I could not have gotten a more cold response. Now, there's some backstory to this. So, I got a very similar response to him. So, my mom went into hospice a couple of weeks before she died. And it was being run by my stepfather, who happened to be out of town. So, he put my brother as his proxy. So basically, they could only talk to him and my brother. Okay? I asked my brother to have me added to the list of people they could talk to because I wanted to get information. Not just information on what was going on, but just a general idea of what to expect. And I got the very same, I don't feel comfortable doing that while Ross is out of town. You know, you'll have to talk to him, blah, blah, blah. Again, very like my lawyer. So we're gonna have to have this fight after. So the lawyers are like gathering all the stuff, making sure they know where all of the things on those lists are before anything goes anywhere. But I got a very similar response a month or so before regarding her care. Fast forward to after she passed away, we get copies of all of the paperwork, and my mother had a living will, of which everything was to be handled by my stepfather. Makes perfect sense. But right under that, because she was, you know, they were married still, even though he wasn't acting like it, but that's a different story. Right under that, it said, if he cannot fulfill these duties, I want that responsibility shared between my brother, her brother, and me, my oldest son. So, the fact that he shut me down like that, and I wasn't made aware of any of this until after she passed away, it should have been, in reality, my stepfather and then me. Because even my uncle was unaware. Now, I was able to take my kids the weekend before, the Sunday before she died, to see her, which was a bit of a traumatic experience for all of us. We ended up FaceTiming with my aunt and uncle, so they got to talk to her. My other brother got to see her the day before she passed, which was great. So we all got our last licks in. And I'm not saying I wanted the responsibility of making any kind of decisions. I just wanted to go, hey, she's in hospice now. What does that mean? What does that involve? How is her care going to be changing? Is she still going to be handled by the nurses at the nursing home? What is the hospice person who's coming to see her? What is their responsibility? What do they do? They could have told me at that point that she had a living will. I did not find that out until much later, before she died, but still later. I didn't get to watch the event after because I had meetings this morning starting at 9. I was a couple of minutes late too because I was watching. I didn't see the Violent Z cars or Z cars. I don't know the story with Z cars. What's up, Biz? How you doing, man? It's good to see you again, Bri. Although I saw you were on a little hiatus too. Are you still on your hiatus as well? Mine is over. Although I am going to be kind of stepping back a little bit because of time. And the second thing that led to my being offline, which I'm not going to go too in depth on. Takeover rumors, fantastic. So Tom Brady at the moment. Are you buying a League One club too? I just started watching. It just came out on Thursday, I think. Just started watching the new season of Welcome to Wrexham. So I probably should have taken a page from Biz. So we all know I'm a 50-year-old man. Do you think they're going to get out of the championship this year? I mean, I think that, and again, I just started to see the thing, but I'm aware of how the last season went. My concern with Wrexham is they've kind of like, they're in the same place as if we were doing a Road to Glory save here in FM. You know, you keep getting promoted, but you're still dealing with the guys that you had in League Two, and you don't really have the budget. You don't really have the money. Your players don't have the value. I thought they'd get out of League One. I wasn't sure they were going to get out of League One in the one season. Yeah, they really do. Because I think Rob and Ryan are probably fairly stretched at this point. But they already had a fat sponsorship. I mean, they've got, what is it? Stock Cold Brew Coffee has the stadium naming rights. They had TikTok. Now they've gotten United. I don't even know who they're going to have this year. United's a pretty big pull. Maybe not in the UK. It may not get that kind of money in the United Kingdom, but United Airlines is one of the biggest carriers here in the US. But I should have taken a page out of it. So, as a 50-year-old man who enjoys spending most of his time playing video games and doing so to an audience on the internet, it's not really, in my opinion, in my mind, it's not really something that gets the ladies excited. So I kind of, sort of had not explained how I spend my free time to the lady friend. And I had agreed to do this. I forgot about the liberos. That's good advice. So obviously there was then something that I was keeping from her, for lack of a better word. And you remember I had also been talking before my hiatus about hooking up with a friend, not hooking up, but like joining forces with a friend to do a YouTube, basically a YouTube podcast that revolved around French fries. Yeah, and that's why I was saying, like, because I saw that you have this girlfriend now, and it's been a while, obviously. I've we've seen parts of her on stream. At least when I was watching it, she'd like walk into the frame. So I had sent her a text message, and I hadn't told her about the French fry thing because it hadn't started yet. We hadn't even, we'd only met to like kind of put the framework together of what we were going to do. So I sent her a Bitmoji of myself, just in the text. And that wasn't the issue. The issue is the next day, she goes on her Instagram and sees People You May Know, Cellophane FM. And she's basically like, what the ever loving the hell is this? Who is this? Who are you? Basically, so it set us back a little bit, is to make a long story short. And that was all happening around the same... Yeah, no, it's fine. It's not that I had the hobby. It's that I didn't tell her about the hobby. And it's a very public hobby. And it led to a bunch of other stuff with the French fry people and what their motivations are and why they would think that I was good. And the fact that another woman, did know and she did not. So that's taken a lot to work to build back from. So in a way, it's kind of diminished my desire to do, well, frankly, anything. I say we just go with the guys that we were playing before. I don't know if they were our starters, though. Unsold started 13 matches. Egloff started 11. Okay. Work trip, then you just found out about on Monday. Wow. Well, no, so like it was crumbling. And I basically had to say, I'm like, look, it's not to minimize her being upset, but it's also not a huge deal. I'm not sleeping around. Tulsa to LAX. Wait, what's LHR? I'm sorry, what? You are going from Tulsa to Los Angeles to London? That sounds very counterintuitive. With a 5-hour layover in LA. Because naturally. Wow, that's brutal. Hey, David, you have missed... I'm sorry, I had kind of had something covering up my my YouTube comments. Holy crap. Yeah. That's ridiculous. Now, the one of the things that is coming out of this, not the lady friend stuff, but I am going to... I don't have my tickets yet, but there seem to be quite a number available. In the end of July, I am going to be going to Chicago to see family. Yeah, I'm just playing these guys. Who the frick cares? I'm going to Chicago at the end of July to catch Everton in the Premier League Summer Series. Where are you going, Slough? I don't know where Slough is, and right, I think isn't Slough closer to Wolverhampton? So I'm actually going to the Premier League Summer Series. I'm actually going to see Everton play in whatever form they are in the preseason. I am going to see Everton play live for the first time in my life. Slough is on the M4 right next to Windsor. You're going to Farnborough. I was just making a joke. One, because of Y Callum. And also, isn't Slough where the original Office was based? I feel like it was based in Slough. All right, we're playing a game here. We're going up against the 4-4-2. We're taking on Fortuna Dusseldorf. We are on the road. And this is our first match in this save since the 23rd of March. Possibly even the 22nd. The last time I saved the save was the 23rd. So it could have been sometime after midnight when I saved it and shut everything down. So we've got a Marcus Ponat in goal, Daniel Pules, Joshua Quarshi, Mausa Junio, and Alan Vespa as our back four. Kurt Ruger, Miguel Landazuri, and Tobias Roschel in the midfield. And three strikers, Samuel Unsold, Maxim Brody, flanking Lillian Egloff, for whatever that means. Oh yeah, he is still a real guy. I mean, we're only in 2031. You know that the strip club in Slough is the destination for Top Gear's budget Italian Supercars Challenge? I only watched Top Gear sparingly. I didn't watch all of it. I did love the, what was it they called it? The star in a mid-sized car or something like that? Where they would have a celebrity drive their track in, like, some compact car. You're from Cambridge. See, I've never been to the UK. Star in a reasonably priced car. Thank you. Ruger. Blocked by Cisse. Ruger with a shot, and Podlak able to pull that one down for Dusseldorf. I did get to watch. So I got they offered, T-Mobile offered the free MLS Apple TV package again. I didn't redeem it in time the first time. So I can actually finally watch the Union now. Quarshi ahead. Egloff. He's got a man running through the middle. Drops it back. Quarshi. Landazuri. Wide open. Unsold. Unsold feeding Brody. And his shot will go well into the stands. Yeah, so I get it for free for the rest of the year. Now, it will auto-renew at some point. So I have it set to cancel. Or have a reminder to cancel at the end of the season. Not that I'm, as we know, a huge MLS fan, but I'm going to support my Philadelphia Union if I have the opportunity. So that was one of the things I was doing last night. I was kind of getting ready to stream, and I'm like, I'm just going to watch the game and reset for tomorrow. I did have a very good afternoon yesterday. Egloff, that's going to clatter off of the defender out behind for a corner. I know. It's amazing, man. We've got a guy with 11 goals already. So yesterday, I've got to follow up with him again this week. But yesterday, I successfully secured Eagles play-by-play announcer Merrill Reese for an event that I'm working on in December. It just so happens that we're having this event on a Tuesday, December the 2nd, and the Eagles play the Friday before and the Monday after, which means there's enough space for him to not screw with his normal routine. So yesterday I got to talk to Merrill Reese. Now, and the funny thing is that, like, his path and mine have never crossed. We do have certain things in common. My oldest friend in the world, his dad is friends with Merrill. His parents were friends with Merrill and his wife, Cindy. So my friend Jeff I'm 3 days older than Jeff. He's the one who texts me on my birthday every year, happy birthday, old man. And then I text him back, no, happy birthday, you old man. You know, when we're finally the same age again. I know, but you're not. This Jeff is from Ben Salem, Pennsylvania, originally. Oh, what just happened to Unsold? Unsold looked like he just, like, broke down. I mean, I'm loving the pass map, loving the possession numbers. We need to get more shots on target, obviously. Love how we dominated possession. Unfortunately, Samuel Unsold needs to come off. So we are going to put in... Svante Ingolson is motivated. So let's get him in there. The MLS Academy? What have I missed? I've missed a lot. I know I promised to be on, like, Twitch and stuff. I've kind of... I don't want to say I've moved away from FM stuff. Like, there was a while, like, when I first dipped out, I was still playing FM constantly. I was trying out certain ideas for a potential YouTube series. And my original intention was to continue with the YouTube series, but again, lady friend pissed off at my hobby and my lies. So I kind of bagged it. Like, once I got through the episodes I had already edited. Now, that will be coming back. That will be coming back. It's not so much me having a hobby. It's the fact that she didn't know about it. And I had been deeply involved in it for multiple years. And like I said, my friend who I was going to do the YouTube thing with, she was aware of it. So the fact that another woman was aware of it, but she wasn't, and that I didn't trust her, because I didn't trust her. I didn't trust how she would react to my hobby. Ooh, Egloff. Oh, Lilian Egloff. He scores his 6th of the year. That was interesting. Bro, she would kick my ass. So, yeah. That's one of the interesting things. Hey, this is a fantastic tactic. This is going to be win number 10 for us out of 14. I can't... I'm not a plebe, thank you very much, but I can't save my game in the middle of a game. This also puts us, as things stand right now, 5 points ahead of second place. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sanders in. All right, he missed. That's going to be a corner. Not really seeing a lot of difference in the ratings here. Kind of sold as like the better ratings update. But things are, I am liking the way that things are looking here. Landazuri will come off in place of Nick Svider. That's who our... And Kurt Ruger will make way for Ibrahim Kaba. Oh, no, we got to get some... No, he's apprehensive. I want to put Oli Girth in. I really do. Free kick to Fortuna Dusseldorf. So it's Hertha Berlin currently sitting in second place on 28 points. Kaiserslautern on 25. Yeah, we just joined this team. We were like, yeah, let's do this. Oh, we've got a bunch of strikers. Let's do 3 strikers. And here we are. I am I am kind of hot, though. I forgot how hot it is in here. I've been spending a lot more time in the living room than kind of cooped up in my bedroom. I got myself a new TV downstairs, like just the other day. Ooh, what a save by Ponath, and Puels will clear it. 4 minutes added on here. Sodashek in Weisskampf, and that's directed behind. Podolek's going to come off for the late corner. I got a 50... So I had a 48-inch Roku TV that I got like 7 years ago. And I lost the remote, or the remote control died a long time ago, which is fine. But it was starting to randomly lose its connection to the internet like every couple of hours. And the problem with that is that I literally have to unplug. I would have to have it because I didn't have a remote control. Like I was using my phone as a remote, but once it gets disconnected, you can't use the phone anymore. So I would have to literally unplug it, let it sit for however long it needed to kind of recycle itself, plug it back in, and it would magically find the internet again. By the way, first win on stream in months. It's been months since we've won a match on stream. And it would be like slow, like I'd go to like, I'd try to open up Hulu and it would take a couple of minutes for it to kind of register what it was doing. And Cy Maggio, so it's funny you're here. By the way, welcome in. How was your stream? Welcome, streamers. If you guys have to rate and run, I completely understand. Cy, I saw your name a couple weeks ago, so I just started using the FM, basically FM Tweak 1.4, whatever they're calling it, FM Match Lab now. And the post that I saw, which has been taken down now, I saw you getting into it with a bunch of guys in the comments over just Martin, welcome in. How you doing, man? I saw you kind of getting into it with a bunch of people in the comments where you're saying how addy or how pitchy, how much of a sales pitch that the original post seemed. And I'm like, oh, and I almost jumped in. And I don't remember what I was going to say. I was going to make some kind of like sarcastic joke, like in your general direction, but I'm like, it probably won't read properly, and I don't want to piss off one of my favorite streamers / podcast hosts. So I didn't. But I thought maybe if you saw it was me, you would have realized I was like in solidarity. Bleed Up, are you, we are... And it's been a while. I haven't been on in a couple of months now. I took a little break from streaming Football Manager for reasons which I've basically just spent the last 45 minutes explaining. Basically, pissed off girlfriend, dead mom. Pissed off the girlfriend, killed the mom. Well, I didn't kill the mom, but mom is gone. Which has led to my little sabbatical. Goal from Lilian Egloff was the difference. And the new agent for Maxime Brody wants a new contract. But before no, I was much better with the mom recently. Like maybe if like She's erasing the bots now. All right, you know what? Fine. We'll give the guy a new damn contract. He's been pretty good anyway. Breakthrough prospect, sure. I mean, it's still like... Let's do 23. We're not going to do that if we're going to give you an extra thing. I don't want to do these. There we go. Fine. No. I was not there when actually my mother passed away before I could get there. They called us and saying that the end was near, and then the end came before any of us actually got there. I pissed off my girlfriend because I didn't tell her that I was publicly sharing a hobby of mine on the internet for about 2 years. So, yeah. But welcome in, everyone. Let me, I almost forgot how to do this. If you are not already following Sai Maggio, at the top of your chat, there is an opportunity for you to join me in following Sai. One of the 3 primary hosts of the FM show pod, along with RDF Tactics and the Tony Jameson. Sai is the only streamer out there for Football Manager that I have more hair than. Although, Sai, do you shave your head? Like, you've got like that, like, really natural looking pate. Pissed off? Oh, well, come on. That does not make you special. I'm sorry, that does not make you special. We all piss off our significant others just for existing from time to time. Believe you me. Not me always dishing out the great advice. Yes, if she hates you for existing, then just stop existing. People date people, I guess. Another exciting thing going on is I spent my day today after I watched Everton completely embarrass Southampton. Well, let me rephrase that. After watching Southampton embarrass themselves against Everton. The ref in the Leafs game is gushing blood. Really? Oh, I didn't even finish it. So I had this old Roku TV. Stop distracting me! So I had this old Roku TV, and it was slow, and it would lose its connection, and it would be a pain in the ass. Like, so much stuff I had to, like, watch on my phone, because just getting from channel to channel was tough. So I got myself a new 55-inch Samsung 4K smart TV. And my dear sweet Lord, that game looked so phenomenal today. The Union game last night, like I could see the different blades of grass at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And yes, I called hymns and improved my inches. Yeah, so I went bigger. No, I wanted to do 65, but there were no 65-inch TVs that I liked that weren't going to, like, cost an arm and a leg more. I mean, it's enough that I made a large purchase in and of itself. I needed to make sure that the width of the stand would fit on my current TV stand, because I was not going to be adding to my expense and replacing that. The 50 best players in the world. Yeah, I'm not going to try to parse what you were trying to say there. HD, maybe trim is... I mean, you trim, it always looks a little bigger. But yeah, so I've got this shiny new TV with a remote control. It's the only TV I own that actually has a physical remote control, because the one up here, which it's a 40-inch, I think, maybe 43, but I think 40. It's a great TV. It's a Vizio smart TV. I love it. I love this TV here. But my dog ate multiple remotes. Now the thing with my dog is she's finally growing up. She doesn't eat my shoes anymore. I can leave my hat laying around and she's not like carrying it. Like she leaves, partly because I cleaned out. So she was underneath my bed. Now I've got, to my right here is a king size bed, which takes up most of the room. She was like nesting under this thing. There was so much crap that she pulled out of the garbage. Things that belonged to me, old wrappers, iced tea cups, Coke bottles, just things that she would just grab out. 3-0 win in the Journeyman Pokal second round. Are we still in the DFB Pokal? We are. We've got the third round matchup against Mainz coming up. It's one of 2 matches we have in the month of December. This is a long break. Does the Bundesliga have this long of a break? Like in real life? I can't really worry about that. So we're taking on a Bundesliga side in Mainz. Yeah, I didn't realize it was like 6 weeks, though. Hernia for Eric Vufak. He started 3 matches for us. Actually did pretty well, actually. I mean, we're just going to go with the guys that we've been playing. I'm assuming that they're the guys we want to play. Situation's a bit weird. The law throwed her out just because, and you went through multiple phone calls. 1 year later, she called you a stranger, and now she's trying to figure out what she wants. So what do you mean law throwed her out just because? I mean, are you saying that's what you decided to kick her out of the house, and then a year later you're trying to figure out what you are? That sounds like you were done like a year ago. Excuse me. 'Tis the season, and I do have the window open because otherwise it gets ungodly hot in here, even though I have my air on. Oh, I guess that makes sense. How are our team dynamics? I haven't even looked at our team dynamics. We got Augsburg is currently sitting 9th in the Schweizer Bundesliga, and aren't they challenging, or didn't they challenge for a Champions League spot this year? Like in real life? Weren't they like 4th in the Bundesliga? I feel like they were. Now I'm looking up the Bundesliga, if I can. It may be difficult to look up the Bundesliga because it's over. Wait, so how do I search on... Oh, here we go. Oh, Bundesliga. Oh, I'm thinking about Freiburg. I was thinking about Freiburg. Augsburg finished 12th, but still a Bundesliga side. She moved to the country because she wanted to start over, start fresh and all that, and because she didn't earn enough in the year, they put her on a plane. Oh! Got it. Thank you, FPS. I actually just got this yesterday. I've been continuing to get my shirt subscription. Although this one took a little bit longer than normal, but it's not because of Mystery Jersey King. Mystery Jersey King got this to the U.S. in a ridiculously quick amount of time. This sat in customs for almost a week in New York. And I don't know why. But yeah, I got FC Zurich. I got San Francisco City. And other ones I can't even remember right now because I've gotten like 4 shirts since the last time I was on. Oh, I like the giant map idea. I mean, I also like the shirts. The problem for me of what just getting shirts for the teams that I manage. I actually only have one shirt for a team that I've ever managed, and that I ever managed in like something online. I did get a Palermo shirt, but only after I had managed them and left and managed a couple other teams. Just want to say your government went out of their way publicly saying they wanted to import people from Africa to get more workers. Well, now, may I ask what country she was from originally? Oh, we're going to be on TV a lot. Extra revenue. Kerching, kerching. Come on. No. Oh, yeah. I've been doing the wrong frickin' thing. Oh, yeah, let's put the team bonding in. Jesus. Why did nobody say anything? Nobody say, aren't you supposed to be putting match reviews in there? I mean, come on. Like I told you guys, I haven't played in forever. Peru. Oh, okay. Yeah, and my guess is that her Peruvian ass wasn't doing the kind of jobs they were really talking about. And I'm sorry for calling out your would-be girlfriend's Peruvian ass. I feel like it's gonna storm. Like just the way I hear the rustling of the wind, and it just seems like storm weather. You wish she had no criminal record, paid taxes, and it wasn't enough. I mean, unfortunately, they can make those kind of rules, especially if that was if she came under without the understanding that she was going to have to earn X number of dollars. And is it really her fault that she wasn't earning the requisite amount of money? And did they change the requirement? Right, but did they change the requirement? Like, did they let her in making X number of euros or pounds, where I'm not sure where you are exactly, X number of dollars, and then during her stay, I said, oh, well, really, we need her to be making Y, and if she doesn't start making Y, we're getting rid of her. Now, the fact that there was only a 3-day window, that kind of sucks. David Arize. Benny! Nice win for the boys last night, Benny. Oh, I forgot I changed the... I gotta fix my pizza chart. I can't believe Saz didn't yell at me about this. He is back. And, Benny, you will never guess who I talked to on the phone yesterday and had a good conversation with. I mean, you're literally never going to guess, but you're the one person in the stream, no disrespect to anybody else, but I know Benny is the most local to me of all of you. You should get at least 15 days. So you're in Denmark. Okay. Got 3 days. By the time you spoke, it was too late. All right, so Benny, think of me and my loves. It's non-soccer related, but it is football related. Of course, that's a huge clue. Yes. Knowing what you know of me, who would I be most interested in speaking to related to the Eagles? And no helping from the peanut gallery. I told the stream earlier. Thinking that you would be here on time. No. Merrill Reese. The true GOAT. I have Merrill's cell phone number. He has been the voice of the Eagles since 1977. So pretty much for all intents and purposes, my entire lifetime. And I got to tell you, Benny, he's not putting on a voice. He sounds exactly like that in conversation. He answered the phone. He is 82 years old. And probably in better health than any of us. He takes very good care of himself. Well, he did stop. He was coloring his hair for a while. He stopped doing that. He's gone. He's embraced the gray. But no, nicest guy. Like, he was about to. He was actually at a function when I got a hold of him yesterday, and he still took the time to talk to me. No, obviously I kept it as short as possible. I kind of got right to the point. Do we stick with everybody? Let's get Arize onto the bench. She wouldn't wear much more. In place of Cole Andretti, just in case. We are in the Zweite Bundesliga in Deutschland. We are in first place. We got a 5-point lead currently over Hertha Berlin. We are at HANSA Rostock. This is our first season here. We are, if I'm not mistaken, we are studying for our Continental C license. They gave it to us as part of the deal. Warren Zevon did a cover of Raspberry Beret? I was unaware of that. I did hear, during my hiatus, wait, what the hell did I just do? We're going with the same guys. It's been 2 weeks. They're well rested. They won the last match. It's like 70% possession. We're all good. I think it's Dionne Warwick. And now her version was also a cover. But did you know that she sang Always Something There to Remind Me? That 80s hit. There is always something there to remind me. Wah, 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 wah. I don't really pay attention to all the Wonder Kids. What are you doing, Benny? All right, I'll let you. Did that show or not? Post it on the Discord if he can see it. He is old, but he's got this voice. He's got this fantastic voice. He sounds like this. And I will never forget. So we used to be season ticket holders when I was a kid. My grandfather had tickets. which he then passed on to my dad, which Mom let go of at one point. And it was cold. It was late in the season, and I think the Eagles were down. So we decided to, we were living in South Jersey. We decided to go beat the traffic, Basically, we as kids, we'd hit our limit. And I remember there was like a punt or a kickoff. And we're in the car. And it goes, it's taken in by Visekahema across the 30, 35-40, 45-50. Visekahema across the 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. Visekahema! And that's it. He stopped at the 20-yard line. Now, I've come to realize that meant that, he was free and clear, and it was the touchdown. Thank you. I mean, I've literally been listening to this guy's voice for the last 47 years. And like, I love, like, Philadelphia. We are blessed in Philadelphia. We have been blessed in Philadelphia with some, and maybe I'm just saying because I'm biased, but like I've heard plenty of play-by-play across the country. We have been blessed in Philadelphia with some of the most iconic play-by-play voices of all time. Now, you could argue with football, like Gene Deckerhoff, who does Tampa Bay and Florida State, is fantastic. Kevin Harlan of Westwood One, love him. Merrill Reese, JP Dellacamera, before the union came about, JP was the play-by-play voice of the Atlanta Thrashers. I loved JP. He was fantastic doing hockey. He was in Atlanta when I was there. But I grew up with some of the absolute best. My favorite commentator is JP. Honestly, like in the Americans. Honestly, like I can never remember anyone. They all kind of sound the same to me. I mean, I know they don't sound the same, but like I don't know all of the names, even though I've been watching the sport for a couple of years. He was, but we had Gene Hart. We had Gene Hart, and I actually like the guy who's been doing it for... Oh, I do like Peter Drury. Peter's name I do know. I mean, baseball. I grew up with frickin' Harry Callis, man. The voice of NFL Films. And before that, the voice of NFL Films was another Philly guy. John Facenda. I love it. Oh, Tobias Rochel. Get in there, son. I love John Facenda. He was born Earl Christian Campbell. But on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, the true king of the game was wearing a trench coat and fedora. But I mean, Harry Callis was just... I mean, that was the voice of summer to me. I mean, when I was doing baseball, I would call a home run saying it was out of here because of him. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a long drive, deep left center field. That ball's out of here, Michael Jack Schmidt. Iconic. And look, there are other fantastic, again, I was a huge Jack Buck fan. I loved Jack Buck. I love Vin Scully is just liquid. And the fact that he was doing up until like 92 years old. Like a riverboat gambler who's toyed with his mark for long enough. I love John Facenda. He worked at Channel 6, WPVI, if I recall correctly. We had Gene Hart. Now for the 76ers, Tom McCarthy. I love Tom McCarthy. Tom McCarthy, this guy, he doesn't have a color commentator on radio. He does it all himself. But the only problem with having iconic voices is then, no, for the Sixers. I'm not Tom McCarthy. I'm sorry, Tom McGinnis. I meant Tom McGinnis. I met Tom McCarthy. I had dinner with him a couple of years ago. I was involved with an organization. He was our speaker. Same thing that we're getting Merrill for. Hopefully getting Merrill for this December. I actually met Tom McCarthy when he was the assistant general manager of the Trenton Thunder, doing play-by-play with Andy Freed, who is the play-by-play voice of the Tampa Bay Rays now. Oh, come on, Ruger. Terrible mistake. Ugh. Nobody picked up Santarelli either. I know. Yeah, 10 wins, 4 draws, and the 1 loss. Yeah, we have been pretty good in general. Malzahund clears it. Wait, was Malzahund in our last? Oh yeah, it's Yannick Malzahund. Ruger's got the assist, but that mistake was just brutal. Palace win. I'm just very I've got no love one way or another for Palace. I could really not care much about them in general, but the fact that they knocked off Manchester City to win their first major trophy ever in 147 years. That was pretty special. That was fun to watch. I was watching that one yesterday as well. 119 years. Okay, fine. City can kiss my butt. Do we push? Do we push? Go a little higher tempo? Maybe play for some set pieces? Oh, we had a set piece and we blew it. Yeah, I was surprised at that. Now, Marmouche, when Holland was out injured, Marmouche was the one taking the penalties. So it wasn't completely... It wasn't completely out of the ordinary. But, I don't think Holland should have given that one up. Credit where credit's due. It was a great save. It wasn't a terrible pen. The problem with the penalty is that you either keep it directly along the grass or you put it in the corner. He didn't elevate it enough. So he basically put it in the one place that the goalie's hands were going to be. Rashel the Quarshi. Over the top. Brody's in. Brody shoots. Brody scores. Maxime Brody. But I think he's offside. Yeah, he was offside. Damn it. That one's going to get called back. That's tight but valid. I'm liking the look of balls over the top and passes just like with the speed, like where you see players that have the acceleration actually like turning on the acceleration. You bought OOTP last week. I don't have the latest version. I think I have last year's, maybe the year before. I've done that pass map is freaking weird. Can we see that again? Look at this. What the hell were they doing? What do you mean? What season did I start in? Yeah, the middle is lava. They must be in a wing play system. Um. So I started playing with the game used to be called Season Ticket Baseball. I had a version of Season Ticket Baseball before it became OOTP. I think that. What are you trying to ask me? Oh, I tend to do whatever the current year is, but I typically will do a custom league. I don't love playing with the real major league because then you've got like certain ideas and perceptions, and I don't. It's the same reason why I don't manage Everton, like teams that I like, and I want to manage against the team that I like. So what I would do is I would create a 24 team Canadian league. Just put like random players on and go from there. They moved our match against Mines for TV. Well, 5 unbeaten, so it is what it is. You need to find better wingers? We always need to find better wingers. That's why I don't love playing with wingers. Because it's just tough to find good ones. All right, got a match coming up against Hamburg. I need to step aside for a few minutes, take care of some business, check in with the lady friend, things like that. And I will be back shortly. Thank you all very much for being here on my triumphant, I say that, air quotes, in my return to Twitch. I appreciate you guys being here and coming back for me. And sorry about yesterday. Kind of got ahead of myself, I think. So hang tight. We'll be back in just a little bit. Don't nobody go nowhere. I never flush myself down the toilet. I always get up before I flush. So there. So, Martin, are you a Lingby fan? I'm guessing from your post on the Discord. Welcome to the Discord, by the way. One of my favorite kits is actually from the Danish Viborg. Is it Viborg? You flush while you're still sitting down? No, dude, you gotta close the top. There's like a tornado. I think the toilet tornado they call it. I'll watch the highlights. 3 points now over Hertha Berlin. I really want to win this league, boys. Good. So you're normal. As normal as you can be, that is. Oh, so mine's moved from Tuesday to Wednesday. I'm not a big fan of Onana in goal. I mean, business from Minnesota, so. So long. It's a nice day to start again. It's a nice day for a white wedding. Needed a win yesterday against Toulouse and Le Havre to drop points against Strasbourg. Neither of which happened. Ugh. Sorry about that. Should we take a friendly against Dynamo? Sure. He loves Mayo. Or is it Mayo? No, it's Mayo. It's the Mayo Clinic. Nice day to start again. I want to tell me what your soft spot for Everton is. They produced arguably the greatest English player and your favorite English player. Who is your favorite English player? Is it Wayne Rooney? Fabian Korbievite. Oh, I got it right. That was the only Everton youth product that came to mind. I am a little sad that we may have seen the final minutes ever to be played for Everton by Seamus Coleman. All right, put Ruger in place of Rochel, Nick Spider in place of Ruger, and David Arize in place of Maxime. Maxime Brody kind of scored. No, not yet. Although, I mean, it's obvious Abdoulaye Doucouré is gone, so that's like 130 grand off of the wage bill. I think Calvert-Lewin is done. I mean, they've got a lot of decisions to make, but there are going to be a lot of holes to fill. Well, you know, they always would say it was the Big Six and Everton. I mean, Leeds is going to be back in the Premier League, but, you know, are they going to be able to stay up? The great thing is that no matter what happens, it's the talk next year around Everton is not going to be, will they get relegated? Because I honestly believe that Everton, no matter what they do, will be a mid-table team or better. I mean, I would kill to see them in Europe again. Do I think that's going to happen next season? Probably not. But if they can get the play out of Iliman Ndiaye that they've been getting, I mean, he is just so good in tight spaces, man. I like Charlie Alcaraz. I hope they make that deal permanent. Because I just like what he brings to the team, the energy. We do have to kind of figure out we're doing it right back, whether it's O'Brien or somebody else. It's been a while. Saw something the other day saying there'd be two teams with curses in their names, Arsenal and Leeds. Arsenal and fucking Leeds. All right, how have we been for lately? Last 5 I mean, everyone's been so damn good. Vespa is really, but we don't have a ton of backup there. Unless we move Malzahund out. Has Malzahund actually even played on the right side? Stop it. That's not what I meant to do. No, he's only been a center back. No, but it is where they've been consistently a strong mid-table team up until post-COVID, when they were really starting to fight for the relegation spots. I mean, I'm liking these connections, and they were starting to get connections between all three of our strikers. They're not bad. David Moyes took over, and Everton has only lost 4 matches since. Now, were they unfortunate with the volume? Let's try Patrick Dow in place of Vespa. See what Dow can bring us. It's not really in match shape, but whatever. Short version, Benny. Royally pissed off my girlfriend, and my mom passed away at the beginning of April. Look, and I got to admit, I wasn't super excited about the David Moyes hire. until I saw the team play under him. Like, just to see the dramatic difference in one game between Everton under Dyche and Everton under Moyes was ridiculous. They were all of a sudden a different team. They were getting production out of guys. I mean, like, Beto's a perfect example. Oh, my God. Ludovic Reis, but he was offside. No, I didn't get to see the event. I need to see the event. Hopefully it's available on YouTube, maybe. Because they didn't show, to my knowledge, they didn't show. I mean, Spurs have a chance that they. See, this is. Who do I want? I mean, Spurs, Man U for was that Europa League? Like, come on, man. Jensen Vosberg, great save by Ponov. Like, do you want Spurs to actually win something for the first time in forever? Or Man U? I guess I gotta go Spurs. My cousin by marriage, so my aunt's nephew, he's a Spurs fan, so I guess in deference to Gabi. Oh, great steal by Jensen Vosberg. Close him off. Make him go wide. Ruger clears. Great job. I mean, I've got to admit, the fact that Everton, who at the time David Moyes took over was 1 point ahead of the relegation zone, the fact that Everton is going to finish ahead of both Spurs and Man U on the table, you know, that gets me excited. I can't stand up now because I'm thinking about it. This club felt like, to me, one which was a big family but looked broken, felt broken, and it doesn't feel like that anymore. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. He has breathed new life into that team. And the fact that it's the second time in his career that he's been able to do that is absolutely amazing. No, nobody's like Southampton. Yeah, that would have, I mean, if I were a lifelong Everton, I mean, it still gets me. Hertha's now within 1 point, by the way. Who are the Leafs playing now, Benny? Nice back checking there by Brody. Egloff drops it back, gets it again from Quarshie, taken out by Reese. Bye-bye. That's going to be yellow card number 2. Ludovic Reese is out, and with 25 minutes left in this match, we are yeah, we're on the come, so we're going to bump this stuff up here. Confirm those changes. Yeah, West Ham hasn't really been like a downfall. It's an off year, but I don't know if it's a total downfall. Quarshie out wide to Unsold. Ruger along the edge of the box. Circles it back to Landazuri. Left wing Puels into the middle. Egloff, his shot will be denied by Arturinian. And that will lead to a corner kick for HANSA Rostock. Egloff hasn't been great. Rochel near post. Quarshie way over the bar. That was not very good. Let's get Egloff out. We'll bring in David Arize. Puels is having a good game, though, even though he's on the yellow card. That makes me nervous. Patrick Dow, not doing it. All right, so maybe we've taught Vespa his lesson. And Tobias Rochel, we'll flip him with Ruger and bring in Niklas Schweider. Oh, good switch of play over to Puels. Circles it back in. Unsold at a shot, and Montiel dives and gets it out there. I mean, West Ham, they've got the London Stadium. The one thing with the London Stadium, I feel like there's a lot of wasted space. Like there's a lot of space between the first row of fans and the edge of the pitch. But it's a nice stadium. It was fascinating. You remember last year the Yankees played a series there? Yankees and Phillies played a series there. And the way they converted that place for baseball was pretty cool. Like, I didn't recognize the place. Brody! Oh, Montiel again with the save. I don't remember that. I got to check that out. I got to find that somewhere. Come on, Unsold. I mean, my only fear with the new stadium is that, first off, I think the game day experience at, I'm going to call it Bramley-Moore Dock because I can't remember the name of the sponsor. The game day experience should not change, in my opinion, from Goodison. They come out the Z cars, they sing the songs. All of that should be exactly the same. You want to know you're at an Everton match. Unsold across, cleared. It's a little late to demand more here. Ruger, Spider. Mausehund. Literally means mouse dog. Oh, that was disappointing, guys. Hill Dickinson, yes. No, you weren't. Hill Dickinson is apparently a Liverpool law firm. Well, I think they're like a huge law firm in England that is based in Liverpool. Apparently they got a lot of money for it. Yes, I did. I saw the some Everton fans sold a bunch of Liverpool fans flares in red packaging that were actually blue. So when they won, when they clinched the Premier League, they were celebrating with blue flares. I mean, I'm going to disagree with that comment, Benny, but they don't. The British atmosphere is not going to be the same as the German atmosphere, as even like you're used to the Sons of Ben. Like they're just like, drums are not a thing in Britain. Like and you're talking about, like, I love, like, if I can only, I mean, if Everton isn't playing and I can only watch one match on a weekend, I'm watching a match in Germany. That is my top choice. Because I do like the atmosphere. It gets a little overwhelming sometimes. When I do go when I do go to Europe, and I do want to go to Europe sometime very soon. Hold on. I want to go to a match in Germany. I don't care for who. Now I've got to say, I've kind of become a little. I don't know a lot of the players' names, but I've become a bit of a St. Pauli fan. Like, I tend to gravitate when the Bundesliga is on TV. I tend to, if I can, I have of late been gravitating towards the St. Pauli match. I don't know if I'd want to go. I don't know if I'd want to go to Dortmund. I don't know if I'd want to go to Bayern. Like give me St. Pauli, give me Augsburg, give me HANSA Rostock. You know, like, give me a smaller club. Give me one that is built more. Yeah, I don't care though. Like, I want to be. I don't know. I guess you know me. I like the underdogs to a certain extent. They can still be a very good team, but like, I think I'd just go. I don't want to go to one of the big boys if I can avoid it. You know? I'd go to an 1860 Munich match over a Bayern Munich match. I would do Wolfsburg. I don't know if I'd want to go to a Leverkusen match. And I definitely, yeah, fuck Salzburg or Leipzig. I just wanted to soak in that atmosphere. Let's praise training. We haven't done this in a while. I almost forgot you can do this. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, my first choice, if I can only go to one match in Europe, I'll go to an Everton match. I'd be fine with look. I was watching during my hiatus. I was watching the most recent season of The Amazing Race, and the race went through Strasbourg. Holy shit, that is a beautiful city. That is a gorgeous city, Strasbourg. I'll go to Strasbourg in France. No, I'll go to Strasbourg, then I'll get on the train and go to Frankfurt and go to an Eintracht match. Or any other team that's in the greater Frankfurt area. I've not seen next year's Werder Bremen kit. Can you post an image of it in the Discord? I'll check it out. Yeah, mine's is obviously they are obviously like the favorites in this next match. I'm trying to remember what the other kits I got were. I got one from like Nepal. I got a Nepalese team. I think I got two yellow ones. One was maybe the Nepal one was also yellow. And San Francisco City. So I have a couple of American teams. No MLS. I don't have any MLS, but I have a couple of American teams. Oh, before we go into this game, I wanted to... I got my coaching course. Continental B license. No, I've been I mean maybe that's part of it. But you know, I get all of my kits from I do the mystery kits. All right, Dow will come out. Oh, Ibrahim Kaba can play there? Let's do that. So let's get Girth some game time in the cup, in the Pokal. Yeah, see, I don't know any of the chants or any of that, even for... I mean, I know... Everton, you never shone so brightly. Everton, the spirit of the blues. Da da da, da da da. Oh, that not the one I use. And one of the reasons I've been getting such interesting kits is because I specifically told them. Now I've got two separate subscriptions with Mystery Jersey King. One at they're both in the first half of the month. One at the beginning of the month, which is now moved to the end of the month because it's every 30 days, so it kind of shifts with the calendar. I basically, on the one, when I first started, I'm like, just don't give me Liverpool or I think Liverpool and Manchester City, I said. But with the other one that I started up, I literally said, don't give me any Premier League teams, because I already had, I mean, obviously I have Everton, I got the Aston Villa one, which I'd like. But I didn't want to have to like list the teams. But I basically said, I want interesting kits. And I have gotten some kits from far and wide. I've got the Egyptian. I've got one from Egypt. I've got one from Nepal. I got one from the one I got right before this. Is from a Thai league. It's from the Thailand league. No, totally. So this is the 2040 or the 24-25 FC Zurich kit. I use Mystery Jersey King. They're out of the Newcastle area. And I got to tell you, this one got hung up in customs in New York for like 4 or 5 days. I typically, from the UK, get my delivery in a week. Maybe a little bit longer if like the order goes through on a Friday. Yeah, no, I had a box. There was a box that I could. It was freeform. It was free. Oh, Landazuri! Charging into the box. Squares and Egloff. What are you doing, son? Oh, that was a perfect opportunity to go up 1-0 in the Pokal. Unreal. Malzahun to Kaba, over the top, Brody squares it, Egloff, this time saved by the keeper and out for a corner. Now the only thing with Mystery Kit is you don't know what you're going to get. And there are some, like I've got the one from the Ankara team, not Ankara Güçlü, it's a lower level team. You know, it's just like white. It's like not super interesting. I like the interesting ones. I got my my Marseille kit. Not Marseille. Wait, is it Marseille? No, it's not Marseille. Oh, Yannick Malzahun with the header. HANSA Rostock 1. Mainz 0. No, it's not Marseille. What's the other M team in France? That all the criminals come play at. Anyway, that's my. I mean, it's blue. It's gorgeous. It's a dark blue, but it's got like light blue. No, not Montpellier. Maybe it is Marseille. No, it's that. Well, now I need to go find it. Not Monaco. Oh, maybe it is Maybe it is Marseille? Yeah, maybe it is Marseille. Yeah, oh, no, yeah, you're right. It is Marseille. Ugh. But, I mean, I love that kit. And I'm okay with them having hoodlums as long as, you know, Mason Greenwood isn't playing there. I use Mystery Jersey King. And I have no affiliation with them. I literally just use them. Why is Egloff's been terrible. Like, I get nothing from them except great kits twice a month. I can't stand the U.S. Postal Service, but Royal Mailman They've been. Yeah, I've used a bunch of different services. Now, there was one that Moosars, who's probably not hanging around. There it was Mystique jerseys, I think it was called. I didn't mind what I got from them. I felt though it was a little too. I don't know. I guess I got like. I always felt like I was just getting kind of like bigger teams, it wasn't super creative in my opinion. But the one thing about the Mystique jerseys box is not only would you get a mystery kit, you got a mystery scarf as well. It was a little bit more expensive, obviously, but my wall of scarves here, all except for the Everton one, I got from their mystery boxes. And they do have. I might do again. They had. Oh, I forgot to take Egloff off. Shit. All right, I'll give him like another 10 minutes. Try to turn things around here. I might do. They actually had a mystery scarf box. One of those. I think it was the Chivas one that I got. Now I've got no affiliation with. I mean, I did manage in my Journeyman at Royal Antwerp, so I think that's kind of cool. Like Juve, Chivas, Bayern, Italy. Like I'm much more in jive with the Denmark. The Everton scarf was a gift for my birthday from my kids. Oh, I'd love one from the Ivory Coast, man. The first really super cool one, like super obscure one I got, was the Zamalek from Egypt. Oh, really? That'd be kind of cool. Like what I wanted to do at one point in my life, I wanted to have a hat collection. Kind of like what I'm doing with the football kits now, like Major League Baseball. But I got to the point where like, all right, which one do I get next? And then I was like, I was never super excited about any of the teams. My favorite baseball hat I ever had, though, I mean, I love my Phillies hats. You see me wear them here. I used to have an old school, and by old school, I mean like late 90s version. I had an old school Washington Nationals, where instead of the script W, it was an interlocking DC, and it was like a blue. Egloff has been terrible, so we're gonna bring Arize in. Like these guys are getting a little knackered. Yeah, let's bring in Svante Engelson as well. My aim is true. Next song was one of my absolute all-time favorites. Pickford is a baseball name. I feel like he'd be a pitcher, though. Pickford winds the 2-2. In the dirt, swing and a miss. He got him. Roschel, Toby Roschel makes it 2-0. HANSA Rostock well on their way to knocking Mainz out of the DFB Pokal. Ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum bum bum. Landazuri's played well. Let's get some fresh legs out there. Count Sensendorfer. Love it. You're making me want to play OTP again. I mean, it's probably less for you. I think they're like 35 pounds for the kit, all in. Well, I mean, I don't know what shipping would be in the UK. I mean, OOTP is one. I mean, my first sports sim was Micro League Baseball. It was a stats-based for the Apple IIc. That's... I mean, well, I guess if it's only £2, yeah, you can make that decision. For me, obviously, I subscribe because it's a bigger difference in U.S. dollars. No, dude, you know, I my first FM was FM23, man. We held Mainz to 4 shots on goal. And we kept a clean sheet against a Bundesliga side, a mid-table Bundesliga side. So I didn't really play Stratomatic. I did have, what was the other one called? I think it was called All-Star Baseball. It had little spinners. So like each player card. I did play Stratomatic. Don't get me wrong. I didn't own Stratomatic. I think it was called All-Star Baseball. And each of the players, it was like a wheel. And they had a wheel for like the pitchers as well. So you would stick it in. There was a spinner. And obviously, like, I think the best player you could get was Dave Kingman, who was an outfielder for the A's at the time. I think he was still with the A's. And like, so like, you know, his home run was like this, but the strikeouts were huge. Like, so it was basically stat driven, but it was done like on the wheel. It was like a proportion, and like there were like multiple strikeout ones. So like, think of like Wheel of Fortune. But instead of having like all these uniform sized little pieces, it was they were bigger than that. All right, here's what we're gonna do, because I'm trying not to, I'm trying to ease my way back in. £2.45. Yeah, it's like $12 for me. Which honestly, coming from the UK, in the speed in which they send it, and considering they send it through the regular mail, I mean, Royal Mail, it max 3 days to get from Newcastle and leave London. It's when it gets to New York that it all slows down. And especially this last time, I was pissed, man. Not at Mystery Jersey King. I literally got one once in like 6 days. From order to on my body, 6 days. Which I think is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 6 days? So the fact that it was like 4 days sitting in New York, sitting somewhere in Jamaica, Queens, just chilling out before they post off, the U.S. post office would drop it down to Philly. That pissed me off. All right, so a successful stream. We have not lost. This is where we're going to call it for tonight. I'm trying to take better care of myself and hoping to get to bed. Brody was on form. He didn't score. So I probably shouldn't have said he was superb in front of goal. No, and I don't have anything against New York. Hey, Thrilly, yo, how are you? It's not that I love New York. I was in New York a couple weeks ago at my cousin's 50th birthday party. Had a fantastic time, except I decided to take the train in, and this is the last story before we go. I decided to take the train in instead of drive. And I knew I wasn't going to stay over, so I was coming home that night, so I was kind of like, I take the train to Newark, New Jersey Transit to Newark, and I take the path from Newark into the World Trade Center. The party was kind of near NoHo, Little Italy on Bowery. I was originally going to walk, probably, it was like a 20-minute walk. I literally get out of the station. I take a picture of the new One World Trade Center to send to the lady friend to say, hey, basically say, hey, I made it to New York. Take like 4 steps away from the station, it starts to pour. I discovered that you now can use Uber, the Uber app, to get a cab. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. The cab probably would have been less if I was able to hail it on the street. But to then, be able to get a dedicated cab was pretty cool. But I did end up walking back. So the rain, it stopped raining basically when I got to the party. I was soaked. But I ended up walking back, and I walked down Center Street at one point. And if you've ever watched Law and Order, I walked past the actual courthouse at 60 Center Street in New York City. That is a location they use in Law and Order. I'm like, I stood at the same spot that Olivia Benson has stood. I love New York. I'm not a big fan of the USPS right now. Quick session. Have I ever heard of a song called A Toffee's Tale? No, I have not. I will check that out. But thank you all for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. When will I be back? I'm not sure. I've got to check my schedule for the week. I would like to be back. It may not be until Wednesday, though. So, again, taking it kind of slow. I'm not going to be doing like the 5-6 stream weeks for at least the foreseeable future. I am glad to be back. I'm sorry I was away. I'm sorry it took me so long to like actually say something. I was just not in a great place for a while. I wasn't in a great place, and then my mom died. Like that's it wasn't just losing my mom. That would, like, if it was just losing my mom, that was one thing. I feel good. I feel good with where she's at now. Like, knowing that she is no longer not herself. So we are easing our way back, but I forgot how good this HANSA ROSTOCK team is. I don't even remember which guys we brought in. I'll have to check that maybe next time. Is there... this is where I'm so out of practice. I didn't even know where I was going. Is there anybody streaming right now? Davey is streaming. We haven't seen Davey in a while. Savage Feast YT has been... Is that 7 hours or 7 minutes? I don't know. Let's go where we know it's safe. Let's go say hi to Davey. We've rated him many times. So go say hello to Davey. Thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate you. You guys are all the best. Thanks for everyone who resubbed tonight. I've kind of blocked the list so I can't rattle everybody off, but Official, Dave, just everyone for being here. Not me, Bruins, fuck the Bruins, all of that. I will see you guys later. I appreciate you being here. Until next time, bye-bye.